Imagine a West African country where showing up on time is considered disrespectful, and a single misstep near its borders could cost you much more than just a fine. Welcome to Senegal, a land brimming with untold stories, where hidden taboos and jaw-dropping customs challenge everything you think you know about the world. In the next few moments, we'll take you beyond the typical travel brochures and charming photos to a place where bargaining is seen as an insult, goat tails dangle from taxes, and mysterious traditions await that will flip your understanding of life in Africa. Are you ready to explore the unknown? Let's jump in. Picture yourself arriving at a party in Senegal, only to be told you're early even if you're 15 minutes behind schedule. In this country, being on time isn't just uncommon, it's actually seen as rude. This is what they call Senegalese time, a cultural norm where relationships and flexibility take precedence over strict schedules. In Senegal, being late isn't considered disrespectful, it's simply a part of daily life. Senegalese time reflects a mindset where social connections are more important than the ticking of the clock. Helping a neighbor or spending time with an old friend is far more valuable than adhering to an exact timeline, even if it means arriving an hour late to a meeting. To outsiders, it might seem frustrating or inconsiderate, but to locals, it's a way of embracing the present moment. With a public transportation system that's often unpredictable, it's easy to understand why this flexible approach to time has taken hold. But make no mistake, this doesn't mean that time isn't respected. It's simply viewed through a different lens, where human connection and social bonds are woven into the rhythm of daily life. Could you adapt to a culture where time flows so loosely? Share your thoughts with us below. But don't go anywhere just yet. Up next, we'll dive into an even stranger custom that might just change the way you approach your next adventure. In Senegal, unlike many places where card payments are the norm, cash is still essential. While some modern hotels and supermarkets in Dakar may accept cards, outside the cities, most transactions, whether it's bargaining at markets, jumping into taxis, or grabbing some local street food, require cash. Here's the catch: carrying large amounts of cash can feel risky. Concerns about theft may make you uneasy, but running out of money in rural areas with no ATMs can leave you stranded. Only about 36% of Senegalese adults have access to financial services, which is why cash continues to dominate everyday life. Take Mark, for example, a traveler who visited Dakar's bustling Sandaga market. "I didn't bring enough cash, thinking I could pay by card," he recalls. "When I saw a beautiful handmade basket, I couldn't buy it because the vendor didn't accept cards." His takeaway? Always carry enough cash when visiting. So how much should you bring? Enough for meals, transport, and shopping, but not so much that you feel uncomfortable. And for added safety, split your cash into different places. But cash isn't the only thing you'll need to watch out for. Did you know that bargaining is actually considered taboo here? Stick around to learn more. Bargaining is common in markets worldwide, but in Senegal, there's an unspoken rule: know when to stop. While negotiating a fair price is expected, pushing too hard can be seen as disrespectful, and locals take this seriously. Imagine yourself in a bustling market in Dakar, where a vendor arranges handcrafted baskets, each one a labor of love. Yet, some tourists push to haggle the price down to mere pennies. This excessive bargaining undermines their hard work and the value of their craft, leaving them feeling undervalued. Nearly 70% of small business owners in Senegal depend on market sales for their income. Treating these exchanges with fairness is crucial, not just polite, but necessary. In Senegal, paying a fair price isn't just good manners, it's a sign of respect for the culture and the artisans. Vendors are more likely to engage with you, share stories, or offer small discounts when they feel appreciated. One traveler shared how paying the agreed price without pushing for more led to an invitation to tea at a vendor's home. That simple act of respect turned a transaction into a memorable cultural exchange. How do you approach bargaining while traveling? Have you ever crossed the line or built a connection by paying fairly? Let us know in the comments. And stay with us, because next we'll reveal a shocking taboo about Senegal's laws that you won't believe. If you believe Senegal is a country open to all forms of gender expression, you may be mistaken. In Senegal, Article 319 of the Penal Code explicitly criminalizes same-sex relationships, with penalties ranging from up to 5 years in prison to hefty fines. This law, deeply rooted in conservative cultural and religious beliefs, makes Senegal one of the African countries where LGBTQ rights face significant challenges. In a place where even holding hands with a same-sex partner can draw unwanted attention or worse, the consequences can be severe. In 2018, 4 individuals in Dakar faced serious repercussions after a video showing them engaging in homosexual acts went viral locally. For those who identify as LGBTQ, understanding these laws and the cultural context is vital for your safety. Discretion is key. Public displays of affection, even innocent ones, are best avoided to prevent misunderstandings or conflict. It's not about changing who you are, but respecting the cultural boundaries of a country where such topics remain deeply sensitive. Travel is about discovery, but it's also about respect. Being informed and culturally aware can make your experience safer and more enriching for everyone involved. Next, we'll dive into why tourists should be cautious when visiting Senegal's border regions. Before we get to that, if you appreciate this content, take a moment to hit the notification bell and subscribe. It means a lot to us and helps us improve the show for you. Deal? Remember that risky border we mentioned earlier? Here's why that warning is more than just a rumor. In the regions bordering Mali and Guinea-Bissau, rebel groups and criminal networks operate with little to no oversight. Many of these border areas also lack proper security checkpoints, making them particularly dangerous for outsiders. Imagine walking through dense forests or crossing sun-drenched terrain, unaware that militants could be just over the ridge. Local communities can get dragged into conflict when outsiders wander into these unstable areas. That's why Senegal's government strictly enforces travel bans and warnings to keep visitors away. If you're visiting Senegal, it's crucial to stay informed and follow these restrictions. Yes, it might be disappointing to miss certain scenic routes, but your safety and peace of mind are worth it. A little caution not only protects you but helps maintain stability in local communities near these borders. Have you ever traveled near a restricted zone or know someone who has? Share your experience in the comments below. And don't go anywhere just yet. Up next, we'll dive into a surprisingly different custom. Have you ever been to a party where you could only use one hand for everything? Stay tuned. Imagine sitting on a mat with a Senegalese family, a large bowl of steaming thiboudien rice and fish placed in the center. Everyone leans in, using only their right hand to scoop the dish. No forks, no knives, just the right hand. It might feel unusual at first, but if you're invited to eat with a Senegalese family, you must follow this custom. In Senegal, communal dining is more than just sharing a meal, it's a meaningful ritual. Families and friends gather around one large dish, eating from the same bowl as a symbol of unity and respect. The right hand is considered clean and noble, reserved for eating and greeting, while the left hand is traditionally linked with tasks like cleaning. Before every meal, everyone washes their hands together, a practice tied to hospitality and Islamic tradition. But this isn't just about cleanliness, it's about building connection. Eating with your hand goes beyond the food, it's about trust, emotion, and strengthening bonds. It's a unique way to nurture family and community ties. For visitors, adopting this custom shows respect and helps you become a part of Senegalese life. But this is just one of the many interesting customs you'll encounter. Want to know why flying a drone in Senegal is considered a serious offense? Stay tuned to find out. Imagine flying your drone over the stunning pink Lake Repa in Senegal, capturing breathtaking footage of its surreal colors and glimmering waters. Now picture being stopped at customs, told your drone isn't allowed, and watching your plans for filming disappear. Surprised? In Senegal, flying drones is strictly prohibited. This ban isn't just about inconvenience, it's a matter of national security and public safety. Drones are seen as potential tools for espionage and territorial breaches. Their use could interfere with both civilian and military airspace, and the restriction helps minimize these risks. Beyond the concerns of security, there's the matter of privacy. Imagine a quiet village with a drone hovering above, filming without permission. For locals, this raises serious questions about personal space and consent, which has led to a strong local pushback. For tourists, this creates a dilemma. The very landscapes that make Senegal a stunning destination, its vibrant markets, unique terrain, and historical sites are often best captured from above. But here, recreational drone use is simply not allowed. So what should you do if you're planning a trip? First, leave your drone behind. If you absolutely need one for a professional project or journalistic work, you'll need to apply for a special permit well in advance. The government does allow exceptions, but only under strict guidelines to ensure safety and respect for local laws. And don't go anywhere just yet. Up next, we'll reveal why taxes in Senegal come with an unexpected twist that you won't want to miss. If you're traveling by taxi in Senegal, you might be surprised to see a real goat tail dangling from the bumper. At first glance, it may seem like an odd decoration, but in Senegal, it carries much deeper meaning. Goat tails on taxis aren't just decorations, they symbolize resilience, protection, and good fortune. Taxi drivers believe these tails protect them and their passengers from misfortune, ensuring a safe journey. This tradition is deeply embedded in Senegalese spirituality, where cultural beliefs seamlessly blend with everyday life. Each goat tail represents a driver's faith in overcoming challenges, serving as a talisman against unseen dangers on the road. While it may seem amusing at first, it's important to remember that this practice is a significant part of Senegalese culture. Goat tails symbolize a beautiful fusion of spirituality and practicality, providing insight into how locals mix their beliefs with modern living. So, next time you're in a Senegalese taxi, take a moment to reflect on the meaning behind this unique detail. It's not just a quirky habit, it's a reminder of the driver's commitment to a safe and blessed journey. Stick with us next, we'll explore a place where the ground crunches beneath your feet. Why is this place known as the strangest island in the world? Stay tuned. From taxis with goat tails to an unbelievable destination, welcome to Fadioth, Senegal's famous island of shells. Picture walking on streets completely covered in seashells, feeling them crunch beneath your feet with every step. This isn't a fantasy, it's real, and it's home to more than 40,000 people who have turned discarded shells into a way of life. Every corner of Fadioth tells its own story. The streets shine with white shells that softly crunch underfoot, while homes, shops, and even jewelry feature beautiful shell designs. But it's not just the streets that draw visitors in, it's the island's unique cemetery. Linked to the main island by a wooden bridge, this peaceful resting place stands out. Here, graves are covered in shells, with dried leaves carefully placed to mark each one. For over a century, the people of Fadioth have gathered shellfish like clams and oysters for food, collecting and reusing the empty shells. Over time, the shells have naturally blended with the island's mangroves and palm trees, forming a solid, lasting foundation. Walking through Fadioth feels like entering a living piece of art, where nature and human creativity exist in perfect harmony. Although the majority of the population is Christian, the island's Muslim minority shares the same burial grounds. No one truly knows why people first settled here or how this shell-covered paradise came to be. Maybe it's the simplicity of life, the island's stunning beauty, or the peaceful coexistence between its people and their surroundings that keeps drawing people in. Next, we'll journey to one of Senegal's most extraordinary natural wonders, a lake that changes color right before your eyes. From an island of shells to a lake that seems to have been dipped in bubblegum, Lake Retba, or Lac Rose, stands as one of Senegal's most surreal natural wonders. Just 30 kilometers north of Dakar, this shimmering pink lake looks like something straight out of a dream. Depending on the season, the water changes from a soft pink to a vibrant, candy-colored hue, captivating everyone who sees it. But what gives the lake its magical color? It's not an optical illusion. Science plays a fascinating part. The pink tint comes from Dunaliella salina, a type of salt-loving bacteria that thrives in the lake's highly saline waters. When exposed to sunlight, the bacteria produces a pigment that turns the water pink. According to a 2024 environmental study, Lake Retba's salt content can reach up to 40%, nearly as salty as the Dead Sea, creating the perfect conditions for this stunning natural phenomenon. Tourists flock to Lake Retba, not just to admire its beauty, but to experience it firsthand. Swimming in the lake feels otherworldly. The high salt levels make it incredibly easy to float, almost as if you're weightless. Imagine relaxing in the pink waters, surrounded by Senegal's warm breeze and breathtaking scenery. Would you be brave enough to take a dip in this dazzling pink lake? Let us know in the comments. What if a single belief system influenced not just the spiritual life of a country, but also its sense of unity and hospitality? In Senegal, Islam does exactly that. With 93% of the population identifying as Muslim, the religion is more than just a faith, it's the backbone of everyday life. Visitors often find themselves enchanted by the warm greetings, open homes, and generous hospitality that reflect Senegal's Islamic values. For non-Muslim visitors, this strong cultural presence might feel unfamiliar at first. The call to prayer echoes 5 times a day, and practices like fasting during Ramadan are deeply ingrained in the daily rhythm of life. However, Senegal's unique approach to Islam, grounded in Sufi traditions like Tijaniya and Qadiriya, fosters an atmosphere of inclusion and openness. Islam in Senegal isn't just about personal faith, it drives community and social progress. Sufi brotherhoods are instrumental in organizing festivals, launching development projects, and even advancing economic initiatives. Compassion and solidarity are at the heart of this way of life, bringing together people from diverse ethnic and religious backgrounds. One traveler shared a powerful memory of being invited to break the fast during Ramadan. The family offered their food, prayers, and stories, beautifully illustrating the deep bond between faith and Senegalese hospitality. Moments like these show that Senegal's Islamic culture isn't about division, it's about unity. Next, we'll introduce you to one of Africa's most surprising predators, and no, it's not what you might expect. What's the most dangerous animal in Senegal? You might think of lions or crocodiles, but the real answer is far more unexpected: the hefty hippopotamus. These massive creatures, weighing over 1,500 kilograms, may seem slow and harmless, but don't be fooled. Hippos can run faster than a human, and their aggression makes them one of Africa's deadliest animals. In Senegal, hippos are often found in rivers and lakes, spending most of their time submerged to escape the heat. However, despite their seemingly calm appearance, hippos are territorial and fiercely protective. There have been reports of boats being capsized by these creatures, putting both tourists and locals in serious danger. If you plan on exploring Senegal's waterways or wildlife reserves, take extra precautions. Always travel with experienced guides who know the areas where hippos are most likely to be found. Pay attention to warning signs and avoid deep waters where hippos might be lurking. These steps will not only protect you but also help maintain a healthy balance between humans and wildlife. Education on hippo safety is crucial, with community programs teaching people how to coexist peacefully with these powerful animals. By respecting their space, humans and hippos can live side by side without unnecessary conflict. But do you know which animals play a key role in Senegalese life? Stick around to find out. In Senegal's countryside, the lush fields are alive with the sight of goats and sheep roaming freely. These animals are everywhere, dotting the landscape, grazing under the warm African sun, and blending seamlessly into the rhythm of rural life. Their presence is as much a part of the scenery as the towering baobab trees. In Senegal, goats and sheep are more than just livestock, they are vital to the nation's culture and economy. For rural communities, these animals provide both sustenance and income. Their meat, a key source of protein, is featured in traditional dishes like lamb mafi, a rich peanut stew, or roasted goat. But their importance goes beyond the dinner table. According to a 2023 agricultural report from Senegal's Ministry of Livestock, more than 60% of rural families depend on raising goats and sheep for their economic survival. The skins of these animals are transformed into high-quality leather for bags, shoes, and decorative items, supporting traditional handicrafts and creating jobs in local markets. These animals aren't just resources, they are deeply woven into Senegal's identity. The sight of herds moving across the land reflects the close bond between the people and their environment. Even in urban areas, this connection is celebrated, especially during Tabaski Eid al-Adha, when goats and sheep play a central role in cultural and religious ceremonies. Buying locally made goat or sheep products isn't just a souvenir, it's a way to support local communities and honor the traditions that make Senegal so special. Next, we'll take you to a monument that stands tall over Dakar, representing the pride of an entire continent. Rising above the bustling city of Dakar, the African Renaissance Monument is a truly striking sight. Standing at 49 meters tall, it holds the title of the tallest statue in Africa, surpassing iconic landmarks and symbolizing something far beyond its immense size. Positioned atop one of Dakar's highest hills, the monument can be seen from miles away, representing strength, progress, and hope. This remarkable statue features a man confidently pointing toward the horizon, a woman by his side, and a child raised high in his arms. Together, they embody the unity of African families and the collective determination of the continent to move forward. It's not just a symbol for Senegal, it's a tribute to all of Africa, representing shared dreams and resilience. The monument's history is as grand as its design. Unveiled in 2010, it serves as a proud symbol for Senegal and all of Africa, celebrating the continent's cultural heritage and vision for a brighter future. For many, visiting this monument is a deeply emotional experience, reflecting Africa's journey of overcoming challenges and embracing its identity. Tourists and locals alike climb its steps to take in breathtaking views of Dakar. But the true beauty of this monument lies in its message: Africa's past, present, and future are intertwined, and the continent's potential is limitless. It would be a mistake to leave without tasting the local cuisine. After this, I'll share with you why Senegal is known as the world's most alluring seafood paradise. Imagine standing on Senegal's coastline. The salty breeze carries the tempting scent of grilled fish, fresh from the ocean. The waves crash against the shore as fishermen return with their daily catch: tuna, salmon, oysters, and lobsters, glistening with ocean spray. It's a sensory feast, and if you're a seafood lover, this is paradise. Senegal's seafood cuisine mirrors the diversity of its waters. Every day, fishermen cast their nets, bringing in high-quality fish that find their way into traditional dishes like thiboudien, a savory blend of fish, rice, and vegetables, often regarded as Senegal's national dish. Other favorites include grilled lobster, sweet and tangy seafood stews, and perfectly cooked squid, all prepared simply to let the ocean's natural flavors shine. According to a 2023 report from Senegal's Ministry of Fisheries, the country's seafood exports reached record-breaking levels, with tuna and salmon gaining global recognition for their rich flavor and freshness. But the true magic lies in enjoying these delicacies where they're caught, surrounded by the lively fishing culture that defines Senegal's coast. From bustling local markets to waterfront restaurants, Senegal offers a seafood experience unlike any other. Picture dining on freshly grilled fish while watching the sun dip below the Atlantic horizon, or exploring vibrant markets where scallops, clams, and crustaceans as colorful as the culture itself are on display. For food lovers, this is more than just a meal, it's an adventure. And don't go anywhere. Next, we'll take you through Senegal's incredible UNESCO World Heritage sites and the captivating stories behind them. Trust me, you won't want to leave Senegal. This country is packed with countless wonders to captivate you, including 7 UNESCO World Heritage sites. From bustling cities to untouched landscapes, these sites showcase a nation steeped in history, culture, and natural beauty, appealing to both visitors and locals alike. Begin your adventure in St. Louis, Senegal's former colonial capital. With its unique blend of French architecture and African influence, this historic town feels like a living museum. It has long been a creative hub, drawing writers, poets, and artists. The vibrant streets radiate charm, transporting visitors back in time. For nature enthusiasts, Niokolo-Koba National Park is a must-see. Stretching across lush forests, rivers, and savannas, it's home to some of Africa's most iconic wildlife, including giraffes, lions, and endangered antelopes. According to UNESCO's 2024 report, the park remains one of the continent's top biodiversity hotspots. In Dakar, the Great Mosque stands as a proud symbol of Senegal's Islamic heritage. This stunning religious site, connected to the Tijaniya Sufi tradition, represents both spiritual devotion and architectural brilliance. Close by, the ancient Gal Tower, built by the Mandinka people in the 14th century, offers a glimpse into the region's historical ingenuity. Nature takes center stage at Djoje National Bird Sanctuary, a vast wetland that attracts millions of migratory birds every year. This birdwatcher's paradise is also a vital ecological site. Complementing this is the Tijaniya Sufi Path, an intangible cultural heritage filled with traditions and rituals that highlight Senegal's spiritual and communal strength. These sites remind us that Senegal is more than just its taboos. It's a country of breathtaking diversity full of art, wildlife, faith, and history that connects visitors to its heart. Whether wandering the streets of St. Louis or admiring the Great Mosque, Senegal's heritage brings people from all walks of life together, offering an unforgettable journey. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.